Hello everyone, welcome back to Cabela's Big Game Hunter Pro Hunts. Today we're going to be going after the Gray Ghost. But first, we're going to do some Mule Deer missions where we can get a little bit more cash. Then we can buy some new binoculars, which we do need the 10x binoculars here to hunt the Ghost. So I think first we're going to go hunt this. We have to hunt 2 mule deer with a rifle from a stand or a blind. And we already have the 6x rifle scope. Actually we have the 8x rifle scope. And we have the 30-06 semi-automatic with some 30-06 partition bullets. So if we complete this, we'll get 8,000 gear credits. Alright, so we have to hunt 2 mule deer from a stand or a blind. Now we have a couple of tower stands set up here. Let's just take a look. We were doing a little bit of hunting over here before, so you can see there's definitely some pressure going on there. I think we're going to head to a new location and head over to this tripod here. And we might be in a good situation to hopefully we can get some decent bucks. I'm not even going to try and shoot any does because, well, I don't think they really count. And there was a deer right there somewhere. Right there actually. It's a doe. Yeah, it looks like a couple of does. But we're not really worried about them right now. The good thing about this map is you can see for quite a ways. You really can. Alright, so we got some action over here. All kinds of action actually. And we're going to go crouch right now and sneak into this tower stand here because we don't really want to spook everything around. So we're just going to take it slow. And we also have the call. So we'll give a little call just to see if we can't get something coming in. Alright, so we actually made it to the stand. And we're going to crouch up here and take a look to see where that buck's at. I think he's sitting right there actually. Yeah, look at that. He's bedded down at 76 yards away. And he's a 10 point. He's going to score 309. So all we have to do is get him. Oh, there's a couple of them. It looks like there's one buck and about 5 does here. But we mainly just want this buck. Now I don't really want to take that front on him and angle at him. So I think we're going to call a little bit. So we can't try and get a broadside shot. Alright, here he comes. So we got him here at about 50 yards out. And hopefully he stops and turns broadside. I think he should stop before he gets to us, but if he gets any closer, it's not going to be good. I'm actually trying to stop him right now. Okay, perfect. He just stopped. Well, I mean, it's not a bad shot, and we're going to take it, but it's not exactly perfect. But I think we might make it happen. Yeah, that should definitely hit something. Oh! Shot right between the lungs.
That's a shame. Sloppy shooting. And painful too.
Well, that should definitely bring him down. Should bust through and hit a lung, I'm hoping. We got plenty of power. Hit something. Got him! Alright, that'll definitely bring him down a little bit faster than before.
Right on target. Shooting a running animal is challenging, but also risky. In the future, wait until your target is...
Look at this, look at this, look at this! We got a deer running way out here. It was a doe. If it was a buck... Is this a buck? Yeah, that is a buck. Dang it. There was a buck running way out there. But we just couldn't quite get a good look at him. Wait, they're coming back this way now. We need to stay in the stand. Yep, there's the buck right out in the front. Now this is a different buck. And he's about 250 yards out. So if he slowed down a little bit, we could take a shot. Alright, so we got him broadside here at about 215 meters out. 215 yards out. I think we just made a good hit on him. Oh, awesome shot. Should hit the top of the lung. Hopefully it busts through and hits... Oh, we got at least one lung. That rib slowed it down. Yep, double lung shot while he was bedded at 254 yards.
Shooting a bedded animal, but you got lucky this time.
Well, that wasn't luck. That was definitely not luck. So he should be down just up there. And this buck here is down right there. So that was pretty cool. It actually went right through the shoulder blade, and that's why the bullet didn't have as much penetration as I thought it would. But either way, it definitely did the job, and he went down. So let's mark him over there. Yeah, he should be about somewhere over there. And let's hop down here and go pick up our first kill. Definitely a good pile of blood here. Well, we did hit him twice. The first shot somehow shot right between the lungs, but he is down. He's a pretty good one too. So he actually scores 309, and he was a 10 point. And we ended up getting 100 points. We lost 100 from the intestine hit, but then we gained 200 from the lung. So we got 100 points out of that.
Almost there. One trophy left to complete the hunt.
Now all we have to do is go over here and go claim this buck that we shot, and that should count for this mission. Alright, here's our buck laying right here. And the thing about this buck is I didn't even get a spotting on him. So I'm not sure how big he actually is. He might be a big one. He looks like he's 11 pointer. So he's probably going to score maybe 310, 315. Let's pick him up and find out. Yeah, he was an 11 pointer and he scores 312. And we got 400 points for that for getting double lungs. A total of 1,200 gear credits so far. And that completes our mission. So let's see how many gear credits we get total. We got 9,300 gear credits from that hunt, and that turned out to be pretty successful. Alright, so next we're going to go hunt for this one here. Now I do love the compound bow and the 450 grain broadheads, so let's go equip our bow, broadheads, and go head on out, and we have to hunt 3 mule deer with a bow. Now we're going to try and shoot all 3 bucks because like I said before, I don't think the females actually do count. So let's just go try and get 3 bucks. Alright guys, here we are back out here now with the compound bow and 400 grain arrows. Alright guys, here we are back out here now with the compound bow and the 450 grain arrows. And we're going to be hunting for some muleys. Now we got a pretty good spot right here. But the problem is the wind's not that great. So I think what we might want to do is just get in this tripod right here. And we should be able to try and call some in. Alright guys, we got our buck right here, and he is an 11 point. He scores 337. He is an awesome buck, and he is less than 40 yards away. So when he comes in and stops at 30 yards, it's going to be perfect to take a nice shot with the compound bow. Alright, so we got him at, well, he's less than 20 yards right there. And I'm hoping he stops, because if he gets too close, it's not going to be a good thing. Alright, so he just stopped. Perfect. He's behind a little bit of brush, but we could easily shoot right through that brush. At least I think we could. Maybe not. Yeah, let's try it. Alright, so I feel like that should have definitely been a good hit. And it was. That was a perfect shot. We might get heart. Either way, we got a double lung probably. Yeah, double lung shot. We shot just a little bit above the heart. But either way, he's smoked.
Double lung shot. Excellent shot placement. Won't go far.
And this is the first big muley that we took with the compound bow. So that's pretty cool also.
Too much hunting here recently. You should try your luck somewhere else. Let this spot cool down.
And there he is down right there. Didn't go 40 yards. Alright, pretty cool. Here he is dead, laying here about 45 yards away from this tripod stand. But unfortunately his rack is just buried into the sand. Still a pretty awesome buck. And the first big one that we took with the bow. So I would like to take a little bit of a screenshot of him. Even though you can't see very much of him. Let's pick him up. And he scores 337. And he was 11 point. We got 1,200 gear credits for that hunt. 400 points for getting double lungs. And that's a pretty awesome buck to take with the compound bow.
Great! 2 more to go.
Alright, so we have to hunt 2 more bucks now. But we need to make sure we're with the wind here. We got some action over there. Yeah, right here we got some action. The wind might be alright to get to this. Can we get? No. Can we get here? That's a bad spot there. We might be alright to get to this stand here. So let's see if we can't get over to this stand here.
Animals.
Alright, so we're about 40 yards away right now from this tripod. And we just got a buck call right there actually. We just put out a call, so he should be coming in. And we should be able to get into this tripod pretty decent. Oh, there's our buck right there. He's 11 point and he scores 335. There might be another buck in the group, but I doubt it. So we got him coming in right here. But there's a bunch of deer coming in. If we're lucky, we might be able to take out this one, and there might be another buck in the back. But we'll see what happens. We got this buck here at about 20 yards away. And he's pretty broadside. Well, he was broadside. That's not the greatest angle right there. It's really not. Even though he's only 10 yards away, you just can't really hit much at that angle. So we're just going to have to wait till he turns a little bit more. Alright, here he comes right here. He is literally about 4 yards away. Come on, stop. Oh. I don't even think we can shoot right there, can we? Maybe. Let's try it. Can we go right through the... Oh! Nice! Awesome shot. Double lung on him. So I wasn't sure if we were actually going to glitch out and hit that metal from the stand or not.
Double lung shot. Excellent shot placement.
Looks like it worked out pretty good. And he shouldn't go too far. Yeah, there he lays right there. And hopefully his rack isn't buried in the sand this time. So let's go down and take a look at him. No, you can actually see his rack pretty good here. I'm very happy about this one. Awesome buck. Alright, so let's pick him up. He scores 335 and he was 11 point. And we got 400 points for a double lung shot and a total of 1,200 gear credits earned.
Get one more trophy and this hunt is yours.
So now we only need one more buck and this mission will be complete. Alright guys, so we're just about in the stand right now and we just got another buck grunt. Now I didn't exactly locate where he called from, but oh, that coyote just scared the crap out of me. I think that's a coyote. Yeah, it's a coyote. Well, he's not very big, but either way he's going to count for the mission. And if we make a good shot, we can actually get some points out of this. So we got him broadside right there at about 73 yards away. A little bit far, but we could definitely take a shot. And let's see if we can't bust through that shoulder blade. I'm hoping that we caught the top of the lung, maybe the back of the bottom lung. But we're at a pretty good angle. And it's looking good. Yep, we got one lung. And...
lung shot. Nice and clean.
well, we got a single lung, and that'll bring him down. Must have just shot right below the back lung there, but still made a good hit. And he shouldn't go too far. Alright, here's our buck down right here. Just a little 3-point, but let's pick him up. We got a total of 200 points for that for hitting one lung. And a total of 600 gear credits earned. And that completes the mission. We ended up getting a total of 18,500 gear credits for that hunt. And we definitely have more than enough money to get the 8 binoculars. Alright, so we just bought the 10 binoculars. And we should be setting pretty good to go hunt the gray ghost here pretty soon. I really wish we could use the compound bow for him. But apparently you can't. Alright guys, so I tell you what, we're going to do one more hunt here first. And we have to hunt one mule deer with a rifle. And this will actually prepare us for the next hunt, which is the gray ghost. Alright, so we're all set up. And now we're just going to go hunt one mule deer with the rifle. So hopefully we can just find a decent buck here. And I would like to take kind of a long range shot on him. Maybe at least 200 yards out. That would be preferable. That way when we do see the ghost, we can actually get a nice long range. Oh, look at this. This is a little bit closer than I wanted to get. But the cool part is, look how close they are. And we can actually maybe go for a heart shot. Oh, let's see what happens. Looks like we shot just a little too high. Still might get a double lung. Yeah, we got a double lung. He was only 26 yards away.
Excellent shot placement.
Alright guys, so our buck is down right here, but unfortunately it wasn't a very far shot. So we're going to pick him up, and it probably will count for the mission. We got 400 gear credits for that, 1,200 total, and yes, it does count. But we're going to come back and try and shoot one more buck a little bit further away. Alright guys, this will work. So it looks like we have about a 10 pointer here at 186. Let's see if we can't put a good hit on him. That felt pretty good. I'm hoping we caught at least one lung. Maybe shoulder blade. No, that was not good. Alright, so I don't know if the wind really pushed it that much or not.
In the future, angle your shot to miss the abdomen.
I guess the wind might have pushed it.
And can spoil the animal's meat.
Alright, well, at least we're sighted in. We should be able to put a kill shot on him when we do see the gray ghost. We got these deer running here. Let's see if we can't try and put a better hit on that one. Oh, we might have let him just a little bit too much, but it felt like an awesome shot. Yeah, we let him just a little too much.
That was close, but still.
Oh, perfect shot on the run. I think we got a double lung. Yep, double lung shot on him at 195 yards.
Right on target. Shooting a running animal is challenging, but also risky. In the future, wait until your target is stationary to ensure a clean kill.
That's the cool thing about the 30-06 is it actually shoots so fast because it is semi-automatic, so it just shoots as fast as you pull the trigger. Alright, here he is down right here. Let's pick him up. And it looks like it's the same buck because we got an intestine hit on him, and then we hit a double lung shot on him, so we got 300 points for that and a total of 300 gear credits. He was a 10 point and he scored 293. Alright, so now we're all set to go hunt the gray ghost. Alright, here we go.
Hope you've had a good night's sleep, because we're going to put your skills to the test today. I've got a line on the gray ghost. He's a huge old mossback mule deer with a world-class rack. We call him the ghost because nobody's ever actually laid eyes on him. Last night, the ghost tripped a camera not far from here, and I'm pretty sure I know where he's headed.
I think it's kind of interesting. He has that gun with no scope on it, and there's no sights on it.
I'm glad it's you and not me out there. Find yourself a good place to spot the gray ghost. Somewhere in cover between the trees and the river should do it.
Where is he at? That might be him right there. Just saw something bust out of those that brush over there. Thought I saw him over there. Oh, we got something right there. That might be him.
Ghost. Now that is one magnificent buck. Remember, mule deer are wary animals. He's going to check the area out to make sure it's safe before he comes out in the open. Keep out of sight.
Alright, so I want to get on this little ledge right here and see if we can get prone to take a nice shot. So where is he at? He's right there. Only problem is he's right in some brush, but like he said, he should come out in the open a little bit more. I'm thinking we could take the shot. Felt pretty good. Might be a little bit far back, but it definitely felt pretty solid. Oh, just missed the lung. Are you kidding me?
You hit him, but it's not a good shot.
Well, I think that should bring him down. Oh, we shot low. No way, Ghost is getting away. Oh!
Holy moly, look at him go. I'd say that's the last we'll see of the gray ghost in this area.
Well, I guess the gray ghost got away by about half an inch. Wow, that was a close one. I had no clue we were going to shoot high. I felt like we were centered on him pretty good. I didn't think we were going to shoot high, but apparently it still shoots high at 250 yards out. Well, let's try it again. Alright, so let's try this one more time. Everything worked out exactly perfect.
This looks good. Get the binos out and scan the terrain ahead.
Except we hit about a half an inch too high. And we actually hit a half an inch too low, because we could have hit the spine too. Either way, we missed him, so we're going to have to try and find him again. Alright, so he should be coming through these woods right here. You can see the rack from here. And we're going to try for that same exact shot at about 250 yards out. But this time we're going to hold a little bit lower, because maybe since the wind is blowing at him, it might have actually brought our shot up in the air just a little bit more than what we thought was going to happen. Alright, so there he is right there. We got him at 230 yards out. Pretty broadside, almost the exact same shot we just took before. And if he stays like that, we could take a shot on him. But he might move. I think that's a good hit. Oh, we hit way forward.
You hit him, but it's not a good...
Well, did we hit him this time? Nope. And that's why they call him the Gray Ghost. Alright guys, attempt number 3 at hunting the Gray Ghost. This time we're going to get a little bit closer. Actually, a lot closer.
Get the binos out and scan the terrain ahead.
So instead of a 250 yard shot, we're going to go for a 150 yard shot. So maybe the wind won't have as much effect on it and push our bullet so far left like that, like it just did 2 times in a row. Yeah, let's get at least 200 yards, maybe closer to the ghost. Alright, let's get a range on him. We got him broadside here at 177 yards out. And we're going to take a shot. Now that shot should have been perfect. Yep, we got lung. And maybe double lung. Nope. Still hit far left. I don't know why we're hitting so far left like that.
That was one heck of a shot. I could have done it better myself.
Well, at least he's hit good and he should go down. Finally. Yeah, I'm not sure if the wind really has as much effect on the bullets as it does for...
Shot and make it count. Better make your first shot count, because you won't get a chance for a second.
Well, he's already dead. So yeah, I'm not sure if the wind really has that much of an effect on pushing the bullets, but it's gotta, because every time we're holding right where we want to aim, but it shows that we're gonna hit left. So I don't know. Anyways, we finally got the Gray Ghost. And I'm pretty happy we made a good shot. And he went down. Well, I hope he went down. So we got some good blood here. And we'll just keep tracking him. And there he lays right there. The Gray Ghost. Pretty awesome. Look at all the points on that thing. Alright, well, let's pick him up and see what he scores. Oh my god, he scores 470. He was a 28 point buck, and we got 200 points for hitting the lung. Total of 600 gear credits earned, and that is a monster buck. We hunted Gray Ghost. Well, took a few tries, but eventually we got him. And we got 16,600 gear credits for that, so that should definitely help us out to get some more equipment.
You bagged yourself another amazing trophy today. You keep hunting the way you have been, and pretty soon you'll be a legend yourself.
Alright guys, well, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I know it probably isn't what you thought was going to happen and it wasn't an awesome shot on the ghost, but eventually, sometimes people do miss. And then you get a second chance and hopefully you can make it happen the next time. And that's what we did. Well, at least the third time. But I think that's going to be the end of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.